Well, hello and welcome. This is going to be a general new moon reading, and I have felt drawn to focus in on some of the astrology that's going on. I follow astrology. I don't pretend to be an astrologer, but I do study it, and we've got some. I don't know. I've been very excited about some of these astrological alignments and whatnot, and so I kind of want to go into that and do a reading. But um, yeah, so welcome. This is a general reading. Um, and what that means is it's either going to resonate or it's not. I'm tapping into the general energies. And I always say, don't make it fit. Don't make the reading fit, if it doesn't fit, because you don't want to do that. You don't want to force a reading. But you'll know if it is your reading because you'll feel it. You'll know it. So my name is Rayne. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me over here at my tarot channel. I'm in a super mellow mood. I just drank some yerba mate tea, so probably about 15 minutes into this reading, I'll start my mood will just pop up. Right now, I'm just super mellow. Super mellow. I've been pulling cards from this new deck. I'm super excited about it. It's the Tarot de la Nuit, the Tarot of the Night. But that's not the only deck I'm going to pull from. But I have been pulling from it because it is my new deck, and I'm super excited about it. But, oh, my nose is already starting to itch, which means there's messages coming in. So anyways, yes, I'm kind of feeling spacey because I'm starting to receive some information. I've been recording the daily readings, and then I decided I'm going to do a new moon reading and just kind of tap into the new moon energies. And the new moon is going to be on the 26th of November. I'm recording this on the night of the 25th, okay? And I'm going to upload it in the morning. But we typically feel the energies for at least a week before and a week after. But the actual new moon energy is the 25th, which is tonight, tomorrow, the 26th, and then the next day, the 27th. So there's kind of there's the day of the full moon or the new moon, and then the day before and the day after that. That are really amplified by these energies. And so what's really nice right now is we have this new moon in Sagittarius, okay? And what's nice is that we have the new moon in Sagittarius as well as our sun. We're shifting we've been in Scorpio season this whole past month, and now we're moving into Sagittarius, okay? And those two energies are very different from each other, okay? And I have a little daughter who is a cusp. She is a Sagittarius, but she's on the cusp of the Scorpio, and I've always have found those two energies together to be, I don't know, very attractive, okay? I at one point I noticed that a few of the people that I was dating were all Scorpio Sagittarius, and I was like, what is it about this Scorpio Sagittarius energy that is so alluring, right? Because Sagittarius is the archer. Sagittarius is all about aiming high and putting yourself out there and being like, it's a really fiery energy, and it's very expansive and go-getter. Whereas the Scorpio energy, scorpionic energy, tends to be more withdrawn. Not always. Depends on how your chart's set up. But Scorpio energy it's fiery, but it's water. It's fiery water. And it's all about the depths of the water. It's the deep water. It's the dark water. It's the unknown. It's the secrets. It's the spirituality and the intuitive. It's beautiful. It's very sexual, but so is Sagittarius, now that I think about it. Anyways, moving on. We have a new moon in Sagittarius, and the sun is also in Sagittarius. And this is delightful energy. So we've got this super Sagittarius new moon. And then we have Jupiter and Venus, which just conjuncted. They just conjuncted, which means they lined up. Okay, Jupiter is Sagittarius's home planet. Okay, so this is like an exalted place to be. This is very beautiful, very expansive. And when we have Venus lined up with that energy, this is all about love and beauty and relationships, but relating. How do we relate with others? our coworkers, our family, our lovers? How do we relate with ourselves? And coming out of this deep sign of Scorpio, I believe that we've been doing a lot of self-reflection over the past month, especially with Mercury. Mercury was retrograde, and this is all about looking over the details, readjusting things, realigning, everything, right? So we just come out of that energy, but we're still in the shadow period of that, okay? We're still dealing with the Mercury retrograde energies, which has been incredibly reflective, specifically in the realms of relationship and love, okay? And so I feel like a lot of us have been purging things from our past, purging things from our energetic beings, cutting ties, severing ties, cutting cords, so to speak. That's been the energies. So now that we're moving forward in Mercury, and we just had this alignment of Venus and Jupiter, but it was also aligned up with our galactic center. And so everything's magnified right now for us, okay? So just being aware of these energies and working with the energies is where the art of astrology is. And so I'm just going to pull some cards surrounding this. But I also want to make mention, I was just reading, got my laptop here, about this new moon. But we're also having this other conjunction, which isn't so positive, okay? And just understanding the energies will allow us to be able to navigate, okay? We have Mars, which is opposing Uranus. So when Mars opposes Uranus, it's kind of got a lot of friction involved, okay? This is when people get really touchy, okay? People are going to be really sensitive, but it can cause irritability. It causes people to be on edge. It can cause arguments. And yeah. So knowing that that is some of the energies that we are moving forward on, it plays a part of several sides of our being. And so what I'm feeling is, from an intuitive level, specifically moving into a time period when we are going, we've got the holidays here. We are in holiday season. And, we have Thanksgiving in the United States. So there are a lot of families getting together. Not all families are getting together, So you might be dealing with that. You might be dealing with the fact that, you're not getting together with your family. You might be dealing with the fact that you're getting together with your family and maybe not everybody gets along. And there's all sorts of things that happen around this time. For some reason, Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays tend to bring out some of these things. So already, just be aware that there's high irritability, but yet we're having all this expansiveness and enlightenment in the areas of our life that have to do with love and beauty and the things that really matter the most at our core being, at the core part of ourselves. And so these are powerful times. So navigate them wisely. And so now I'm going to pull some tarot cards and just see what's going on. And I'm going to pull from the tarot of the Tarot de la Nuit. But then I'm going to probably pull from a different deck as well, because I like to get, these are of the night. But remember, the night is not a scary place. Without the night, we don't have the moon. I mean, we wouldn't see it as in the same way. Without the night, we don't have the day. Without the day, we don't have the night. And vice versa, right? It's yin and yang. It's the nature of things. And so, it is very important to embrace the darkness and embrace the light. It's the shadow. It's the shadow sides of ourselves that we have to pay close attention to. It's the shadow sides of ourselves that ask us to heal it. It's called shadow work. But it is very relevant to dwell in the dark. It's very relevant to dwell in the light. And so I'm kind of a geek when it comes to tarot cards. And so I I'm kind of loving this deck. I love collecting tarot decks, and so I have all sorts of really light decks, angel decks, druid decks, you know, wild decks. All right, what are the messages that need to come through for the collective during this new moon? Help us to navigate. Ask that the messages come through in a clear and concise way. Ask to be a clear conduit for those messages. If you hear people in the background, I am in my home and I have children. So that's probably what you hear. Ooh. I'm going to pull some more cards here. So the first card that came out is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, he is a, it could be fire sign energy. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm telling you, I'm already channeling because I'm an Aries and I'm forgetting what the freaking fire signs are. Now, I want to make note that during this time, we are in Sagittarius. Like I said, double Sagittarius. I'm already starting to feel a caffeine kick in because here we go. Everyone's going to benefit from this beautiful energy, but specifically the fire signs. If you have fire in your chart, I suggest that if you don't know what your chart is, type into a search engine, type the words free astrology chart. And there's this website that comes up called, what is it? Cafe Astrology. I think that's what it's called. I'm just double check here. Astro Cafe Astrology. That's it. But they have a calculator that will give you a very in-depth look at your chart. So you can understand where your Venus is, your Mars, your Mercury, and how things fall in your different houses. Okay. And these are relevant if you're interested in the energies and how to navigate them. This will help you understand yourself better. Okay. But we have the King of Wands here. And this is a really fiery energy. This is very passionate. And I feel that for this new moon. Okay. This new moon is very expansive with Jupiter being there with Venus like that. And then we have the moon and the sun both in Sagittarius. That yes, it doesn't matter if you're a fire sign or not. This is a really passionate go-getter energy. He's the king. So the kings, you know, it doesn't matter gender, it doesn't matter male, female, whatever, but the kings tend to be more assertive than the queens, right? It's a masculine energy. It's the divine masculine. Real go-getter. And he goes after what he wants. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Gosh, this is such an interesting card here. Here, I have to stop here, hold on a second. Sorry about that. But check out this image with the Seven of Pentacles. This is like, have you seen the movie The Black Swan? This is the freaking Black Swan. Look, there's a black swan flying up there. There are black swans in the background. And look, she's scratching herself. It's almost a morbid image, but it's also lovely at the same time. There's something quite disturbing about it. But the thing about the Seven of Pentacles is it's all about, I want to call it expanding the gardens, wanting to expand the gardens. But there's a certain level of discontentedness in this energy. You've grown your gardens. You know, you planted the seeds, you watered it, and now you're looking at the garden and you're like, I think I might want to grow more. I'm not content with what I have. And I can't remember, I almost want to rewatch that movie, even though it was highly disturbing. But the connotation here with the black swans, and she's holding the ballet slippers. She's transforming into a freaking swan. Even though she's an amazing ballet dancer, she wants to be a swan. And yeah, now I want to re-watch that movie. I don't really watch movies that often. I don't have the attention span for it these days. But this is discontentedness with where you are. Okay? And that's probably going to be because of the opposing energies of Uranus and Mars. I'm thinking that there's some discontented energy there. What messages need to come through for the collective? Like, we're ready to go after our goals and dreams and desires, and the universe is lining things up for us right now in order to take action toward that, okay? That's what I'm sensing here. But that there is this level of discontentedness within what we have grown, what we have cultivated. What are the other messages? And it's not about the number of cards that come out. It's about the message, right? And then we have the Queen of Cups. This came out for Wednesday's daily reading, which I suggest checking out some of the daily readings. They're timeless, so it's just whatever you're drawn to, even though I do put dates on them. Anyways, this is the Queen of Cups. This is water sign energy. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is someone who is incredibly loving. This is someone who is very nurturing, very deep, very intuitive. You might be dealing with, you could be dealing with someone who is a fire sign. Okay, I'm reading it as a general thing, but I'm also going to just spout out whatever comes to my mind because that's the nature of channeling. But I feel like with this full moon or this new moon energy, that it's really going to put us into a place of feeling full emotionally. And what this is asking for us to do is notice these feelings, these discontented feelings that come up for us during this time, but don't dwell in them. Okay? Just know that it's there. But this is a time for lots of self-love and self-care, as well as nurturing those who are around us. The Queen of Cups is the queen because she is mature in her emotions. She is the queen because she has gotten to that point. It's a very mature energy emotionally. And so we have all this fire sign energy, this masculine fire sign energy. Just want to go and get them, go. And then looking at what maybe parts of our life that we're really not, it's discontent. But then there's all this beautiful nurturing energy here for us to tap into, okay? And that's that Jupiter and Venus alignment there. That's really beautiful. And I see that even with this, because look, she's scratching her freaking skin off because she's growing feathers, and she's like, it's irritable. I mean, that's what I was talking about with the Mars opposing Uranus. That's that energy. And so the cards are really kind of telling of this energy very well. For some of you, you might be a fire sign, and there's water sign energy and fire sign energy. So you might be dealing with someone who has a lot of fire sign in their chart, or water. I'm throwing this out there, okay? So they're going to resonate or it's not. What other messages need to come through for the collective during this time? And I might pull from another deck here in just a second. I'm feeling like the messages are coming in, they're flowing in, but it's kind of like mellow. And then we have Justice. This is Libra energy. Justice cuts to the heart of things, kind of like the Queen of Swords. But she doesn't have to be harsh about it. She's really balanced. She brings balance to the Force, so to speak, for you Star Wars junkies out there. Okay, so for those of you who are perhaps dealing with a legal situation, this is justice being served in your favor, okay? This is also things being balanced out, things that have been imbalanced or things that are wrong being righted, okay? This is a really beautiful, powerful energy. And so don't be afraid to speak your truth. The thing about Justice, she holds the sword of truth. And she also, she's holding the balancing scales. When you speak your truth, it's not just for you, it's for those around you. It's highly important that you speak with integrity, though. Unlike the Queen of Swords, who can sometimes speak, she can be harsh. This woman can be harsh too. But this is all about righting things that are wrong. Sometimes we have to be harsh. Sometimes we have to tell it like it is. I'm hearing the words tough love. Tough love. This energy is really supporting us and standing in our truth. righting things that are wrong, but this is also the universe stepping in and doing that for us. The energies are being balanced right now. What other messages need to come through for the collective, please? Are there any other messages that need to come from this deck? Or should I change decks? What messages need to come through? Yeah, these are really beautiful general messages coming through. Kind of, yeah, just navigating the energies and just understanding. And then we have strength. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo, or you are a Leo. Fire sign energy, fire, fire. But look how beautiful and serene she is. It's a very fiery energy, but yet she's so calm. She's balanced, and she has tamed the beast. The beast is now her ally. That is the nature of the strength card. Sometimes we have to tame the inner beast, so to speak. This is a very balanced card as well. But this is all about tapping into our inner strength. And I feel like these energies are really supporting us and stepping into those roles of being strong, for standing up for what we believe in, standing up for what we believe in, speaking our truth in order to balance things, but also doing it with love. And I keep hearing tough love. Here, hold on a second. Tough love. But aiming high, because this Sagittarius energy is really telling us to aim high. Okay, so I just kind of want to say some things real fast. Sagittarius is the archer. He pulls the arrow back and he aims high. And that's tension. That is tension when you pull back. And then he shoots his arrow high, very high. And so what I am saying is, during this time, this beautiful new moon is asking us to manifest. I mean, it's a beautiful time to bring into fruition what we want. Tapping into our inner magician, our inner high priestess, and asking the universe to provide for us that which we desire. What are we aiming for? What do we want? And I'm just going to say right now is a beautiful time to hone into that. Hone into that. Write it down, and what I say is aim higher than you can even imagine. If you're trying to manifest something, I find in my own personal world that I'm becoming better and better at manifesting things. And I tend to I aim at the bare minimum. This is what I need in order to sustain. And then that's what I get. I get enough to sustain. And so I'm like, what I think is really, really good advice to myself and to anyone who is looking to, use the law of attraction and manifesting, is to aim higher than you even need. You don't want to just sustain. You want to thrive. You want to be abundant, because when we thrive, we're able to pour out onto others around us. Everyone benefits when we thrive. This is not a selfish thing. And when you think about it in those terms, the universe supports that. I'm just going to put that out there. Okay, I'm going to use the golden universal. What are the messages that need to come through here? Hold on just a second. Oh, my little kitty cat's in here. I think I'm going to have to let the kitty cat out. Hold everything. All right, kitty cat. I hear your little meows. Going outside, you cute little thing. It's my little witch's cat. She's so cute. I call her my witch's cat because she's like beautiful black kitty with big green eyes. If you want to see pictures of her, go to my Instagram page. I like to post kitty pictures. All right. What is the collective message? What is the message that needs to come through for the collective during this new moon energy, please? The collective during this new moon energy, please. What can we expect? What are the messages that need to come through to help us have clarity and insight? Really? Okay, so we have the Empress card. a small stack of cards came out. I'm going to read them all. I don't even know what they are. We've got the Empress. A nice, really, a balance to that King of Wands energy, because it's very feminine energy. It's extremely abundant. Okay, she's the Empress. She has embodied and mastered all of the queens, the swords, the wands, the cups, the pentacles. She is the Empress. She's pregnant with ideas. Also, fertility is on the right. Like right now, you know, you might be super fertile. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there for some of you who are, you know, women who are in alignment with our moon, with the moon cycles. You might be very fertile during this time, okay? That's just a word. That's a word to, you know, that's a message to somebody, some people out there. That's not everybody's message, obviously. Fertility is high right now. Some people might be getting pregnant. Just throwing that out there. But this is an energy of being very pregnant with ideas. Pregnant with, she gives birth to all sorts of things. She brings things into the physical world. She takes things from the ethereal and she brings them into the physical. She is passionate and loving and grounded and intelligent and all of the things that an Empress is. All right. And then, interesting. And then we have the Queen of Swords. This is a very similar message that I was saying with the Justice card. But the thing about the Queen of Swords is this is the card of telling it like it is. Tough love. But she can be a little harsh. She can. And I said something about that. And so be aware that during this time, because of this Mars and Uranus opposition, that words can be sharp. Okay? Just know. Not to say that that's not necessary. Sometimes we have to be sharp with our words, I suppose. But just be aware that these energies right now, you could be more sharp than usual. So just be aware of that and just, you know, navigate. That's what I'm saying. And then we have this Page of Pentacles. This has a couple of different meanings for me. Number one, the Page of Pentacles is all about learning new things. He's going back to school. You know, he's studying something, okay? Researching, that kind of thing. But the other message that the Page of Pentacles brings is an offering. So for some of you, whomever this resonates with, either you or someone else might be offering something to you in the physical world. It's an offering. It's some kind of, it's in the physical. So it could be they're offering, saying, hey, let's work on this project together. Or, hey, here's a gift. You know, people give gifts. You know, this could be somebody giving you a gift, bringing you flowers maybe. I don't know. It could be, because it's also, this could be a person, because it's one of the court cards. And so it's possible that there's going to be some gift giving. It's possible that someone's offering you something who is younger than you. Something like that, okay? But this is also researching, learning, and that sort of energy, okay? What else do we need to hear during this time? I am so mellow right now, you guys. Like, I am just like, I hope I'm not too mellow. Because sometimes I do these videos and I'm like so hyped up. What are the messages? I feel like I'm going to do like a ceremony after I stop this video. I want to do a new moon ceremony. And tomorrow evening's the new moon. And I just realized that I have a date with one of my gal pals and we're going to go to the hot springs here. And that's going to be so healing. I'm really going to just offer up my prayers. I love doing new moon or full moon prayers, ceremonies in the hot springs. I really feel it's very nurturing and connective. All right. Are there any other messages that need to come through, Spirit, or do I need to hop onto a different deck of cards? Okay, one came out. And here we go. This is the darker energy. I say darker, whatever. This is like arguments. This is divorce. This is like somebody winning and someone losing. It's not a good energy, in my opinion, but we're human and we all go through these things, right? It's one of the cards with the number 5. I just remembered that I videoed this one guy who did a talk on tarot cards on all the number fives. And this is from several years ago, and we never did anything with the footage. And I feel like I just want to go back through that footage and ask him if he would like to post it up, But the fives, and five's all about work too. Five is the number of man, right? The four appendages, the arms, the legs, and the head. No, the penis is not an appendage like that. I know that went into somebody's head. I went into mine. But this is the card of friction. That's again that Mars opposite of Uranus, and like that's arguments are you might have to step into your Queen of Swords is what I'm seeing. You might this is tough love right here. This is somebody right here. The Empress has spoken. Don't piss the Empress off. I'm just saying, don't piss the Empress off. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, and this is not gender specific, but I'm just saying, don't, if maybe this is a message for you not to piss the Empress off, or, you are the Empress and the Queen of Swords, and you're like, I'm about to get my Queen of Swords on your ass if you're not careful. Because sometimes you got to have some tough love. That's what I'm sensing here with these cards. Tough fucking love. Learn, motherfucker. Sorry. Yeah. Sometimes you got to pull out your Queen of Swords and give a little tough love. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. Speak your truth. Be aware that there are harsh energies, that there's friction, but we're all learning. And sometimes you got to speak your truth in order to balance things out. Try not to be too harsh, but if you got to do, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? Just saying. I was told to pull from this deck. I'm going to pull from this. I rarely pull from this deck. We're already at 30 minutes in. But I was told to pull. I was told. This is the Angel Tarot. And it's a really gorgeous deck. I mean, it's this big, fat, juicy deck. And it used to be my favorite. And I used to constantly pull from this deck. What are the messages that need to come through for this new moon energy? Yeah, nervous energies. Nervous energies right now. So just be aware of that. But there's also all this beautiful, expansive, loving energy too. So what I would say is focus on the expansiveness of it all and notice and make note of the negativity, but try not to play into any of the dramas that are presenting, because this energy is going to go through the rest of the week. Okay? These energies will be feeling them over Thanksgiving. And sometimes we need tensions. Like I said, with the whole like Archer thing, sometimes we need tension in order to propel us forward and upward. And so all things for a reason. And there's balance within it all. All right. What are the messages that need to come through for the collective for this new moon? What are the messages for this new moon, November? 7 of Earth. Seeds well planted. A temporary pause in action. Unnecessary worry. Look at this very interesting image here. Do you see that tree? He has a face. It's a really interesting image here. All the little fairies around him. And he looks actually really, he looks like a happy tree. He speaks the truth. He is ancient. This is ancient wisdom. You've planted the seeds, and they're well planted, but there's a pause in the motion. Ooh, that could cause some tension. A temporary pause in action. Unnecessary worry. Here, I'm going to look back through here. Because I just did the daily reading. I suggest watching the daily reading for Wednesday. Maybe even Tuesday as well. Because both of them tied in together really beautifully. And they're tying into this reading as well. And then we have the 7 of water. So we have two separate, we have 2 sevens here. So the 7 of water says, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Sorry, that's hilarious to me. I don't know why. That just okay. So here's the guy researching, right? He's a little page of pentacles over here researching. There's a complex decision that needs to be made about something. and make sure to do your research, okay? Stop procrastinating. That's what the card says. And then it says seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. Okay. I'm sorry. Those two messages, there's a little bit of so the 7 of Cups is usually the card of many, many options. Which cup do I choose? Which one's poisonous? Which one's nourishing? Because not every cup is the cup to choose, right? So it can also be the card of confusion, right? When we have so many opportunities. This is the card of many opportunities. I mean, a complex decision and do research. Yeah, so if you're being presented with multiple options and opportunities, make sure that you do your research before making a decision. That's all this is saying. It's a really positive card because it's really nice to have options and it's nice to have opportunities, doors being opened for you. But because we are free-willed individuals, we can choose things that are not in our greatest and highest good. And so it's really important to pay attention to the details. Do your research. Find out information about something before you choose. Okay? But know that your manifestations are well rooted, that there are things that you have put into the ethers. And also, this seeds being well planted, a temporary pause, unnecessary worry. I feel like during this new moon, plant some more seeds. You've already planted some seeds, plant some more, okay? Because things are going to start moving forward pretty rapidly now that we're getting into Sagittarius season and we're getting out of that Mercury retrograde shadow bullshit. I'm just saying, like, it's not bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be funny. All right. Are there any other messages that need to come through? 7-7. 7 is considered a holy number. We got double sevens there. What other messages need to come through for our collective? Oh, it's so nice and warm in here. I was doing readings out in my office today, and I have my electric blanket. There's no heat out there right now. I'm working on getting this taken care of. But it was so cold. The 3 of air. 3 of swords. 3 of air. Heart, heavy energy. Broken heart, third party. Blah. Yuck. I don't like this. But what does it say? It has unicorns. The 3 of air. There's some heavy heart energy still lingering. Great sadness. Take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself or others. It is so important to forgive others. Even it's easier to hang on to it, isn't it? Like somebody did you wrong. Somebody cheated on you. Someone hurt you. Somebody said something. Sometimes it's easy just to hang on to it. But letting it go. And how do we let these things go? How do we let things go so that we can heal, so that we can be whole in our heart? Our heart is so important. And so, forgive yourself if you've done something, said something that wasn't the high path. Forgive others, even if you don't say it to their face, even if they're dead, even if they're not in the living. Forgive those motherfuckers. Let it go. Because what you hang on to that's negative like that can ultimately eat you alive and close you off from the opportunities. And so, we are human. We all deal with these heart-heavy energies from time to time. It's just part of the process. But forgive yourself. And forgive those who have hurt you so that you can let it go. So that you can move upwards. Because there's all this really positive energy right now. And the wheels are turning in your favor. And I feel like some of the stuff that's holding you back is the lessons that are being learned. The healing. The healing needs to be completed. Don't dwell on things too much. Don't dwell on things so much so that you don't heal, that you actually block out the blessings coming in, because the blessings are coming in. Sometimes we get in our own way because we just want to hang on. We just want to hang on to that lesson so bad. But the lesson is letting it go. That's part of the lesson. And that is some of the energy coming up, especially, when we have Venus and Jupiter in such a beautiful, expansive place. Let's really hone into those energies. But it's making us look at all of the aspects of our relationships that work and what don't work. And look at the parts of things that didn't work so that you can work through it and look at things in a different way. It's really important. I'm thinking this video is getting a little bit long here. Are there any of the messages that need to come through for the collective? Are there any other messages coming through for the collective? My ear is starting to ring. I mean, somebody's talking about me. I'm just kidding. I don't know what. When I start downloading messages, my ears will start to ring. It just will. Or if it rings in a different way when someone is thinking about me, and I can feel who it is sometimes. Are there any other messages from the Angel Tarot? Are there any messages that need to come out for the collective, or shall I move on? The Ace of Fire. The Ace of Wands. Oh, I like it. I like this. I have to show you this. This is the card of passionate new beginnings. This is fire energy. Fire. This is a passionate new moon, you guys. The moon itself is in Sagittarius and the sun is in Sagittarius. Fire. But this is a passionate new beginning. For some of you, you're going to be getting it on this new moon, all right? Just saying. Passion. I doubt it's going to be me, but that's okay. An exciting new opportunity. Career advancement. Change your life now. I just feel like there's some really amazing things coming in for you. This is saying career, but this is like career that you're really passionate about. It's something that you are into. It's your project taking off. It's something that really drives you. Whatever it is, it's going to be different from person to person. But this is really beautiful energy. And it is the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Fire. An exciting new opportunity. That is so beautiful. And I love, okay, I'm going to have to show you the card again. Look at his face. I love it. He just looks smug, but in a good way. He's like sitting there, like he can barely stop himself from smiling. He's just so pleased. He's just so pleased with himself. This is such Sagittarius energy. I love it. Well, this has been a really positive reading. I don't know. I feel like I might need to end it because it is getting long. We're at 43 minutes in. I'm going to pull one card from this oracle deck, and then we're going to end it, okay? If you haven't done so yet, please hit that thumbs up. That's really wonderful. It's how you can support my channel, is by hitting the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you like my energy, and hit the bell icon if you want to get notifications. Also, if you're interested in a personal one-on-one reading, I can do that. I do it. And in fact, I do it all the time. I do it. This is one of the things I do. Is this. But no, in the description box below, you can check out my Etsy page. I do have some listings there, or you can contact me through my email address, and we can work something out. Figure out what kind of reading I will cater to you. I offer a sliding scale. Even on Etsy, I offer a sliding scale so that you pick the price that you can afford. I offer video readings or just picture readings where I take a picture of the spread and send you our little write-up about it. And I can also offer live readings, depending if we set up we would have to set up a schedule, schedule that live one-on-one reading. All right. I didn't tell you what deck I'm using. I'm using the Crystal Mandala Oracle deck here by Alana Fairchild. Really gorgeous deck. She makes some incredible decks. I just have to tell you, she makes incredible decks, and they're all completely different. Like every single one of them. And I have a few of her decks. I absolutely adore everything that she makes. But this crystal mandala is very interesting. It helps me to learn about the crystals. And then, I don't know, this brings out a very intuitive side for me. These cards, the images. What are the messages that need to come through for the collective, please? What's the message that needs to come through for our beautiful collective? Well, it's a very fiery looking. I mean, we've got the new moon. Sagittarius. Whoa. I'm telling you, these freaking images, like, okay, I'm going to show you the picture, okay? This is like the eye of Sauron or something. You know, I was talking about the conjunction of Jupiter and Venus and how it's in alignment with our galactic center. And I envision it as like the all-seeing eye. I don't know, like the all-seeing eye of Sauron. For those of you who like The Hobbit, you know what I'm talking about. You know. But anyway, just looking at this, that's immediately what I thought was like the all-seeing eye. Okay, so let's see what this says. Number 54, the goddess Pele, which is the volcano goddess. We're talking fire here. This is molten rock energy. The goddess Pele and lava stone. And lava stone is very grounding. But the thing about lava stone is that it was liquid magma and it came from the depths of the earth. It came from deep down within, and it has all these different constituents, different minerals that have melded together, and it came from deep and it came up, and this explosion, right? Volcanoes, they're very explosive. And then it dries, and then that's the rock. And that rock went through a lot to get to the surface, right? These cards are really amazing. Melt into divine desire. I told you some of you are going to be getting it on this weekend. All right. Hold on. I got to kick my feet back for this one. It says melt into divine desire. The crystal goddess's number, okay, it says crystal goddess 888. Some of them are angel numbers, and they have different numbers. So this one's a crystal goddess number 888. So that might be significant for someone out there. Melt into divine desire. Wow, that's quite lovely. I want to melt into divine desire. I'm ready. I'm going to read from the book, you guys. I'm making jokes. I crack myself up. Jeez Louise. Number 54. Here, hold on just a second. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. I was chatting with a child and got distracted here. Okay. Let's see here. Goddess Pele, the lava stone. Okay, I'll hold this up so you can see it. I want it to be nice and focused. There we go. Melt into divine desire. We bring you the empowerment of melting into divine desire. There is a time and place on the spiritual path for detachment. The ability to step back and perceive from a neutral perspective. And that can bring great clarity. Kind of like the hanged man energy, right? There's a time for the mind to become clear and peaceful and open to divine guidance, even if that means temporary loss for the greater long-term gain. That death card. Sometimes we end things that it might feel like a loss in the moment, but in the long run, it's like making room for something new to come in that's greater than before. There's also a time to melt into divine desire, to allow your passion and motivate and inspire you to attain great progress on your divine life journey, where less fervent longing could not. Desire doesn't have to be a distraction from your divine path. I like that. I'm going to read that sentence again, okay? Listen close. Desire doesn't have to be a distraction from your divine path. It can be a way to discover what has meaning for you and what you feel strongly enough about to never give up on. Everything has its place. even melting into the divine desire, because it can push you forward. I know that I get so inspired when I melt into the divine desire. Ooh, that sounds like a song. Uh-huh. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it is a little bit longer than I'd like. Yeah, it's a couple pages long. I melt with love into my true soul desire. How delicious that is. And what a nice note to end the reading on. Melt into divine desire. Desire is not necessarily a distraction, specifically if you're melting into something that is divine. And it could be any number of things. It doesn't have to be just sexual. This can be something that you desire. It could be anything that you desire. Melting into it. Really being present with it. Breathing into it. Embracing the now, embracing the yes, the divine yes, or the divine no. I love this. And it does, like I said, it takes a lot for that lava rock to get to the surface. It has undergone great amounts of pressure within the earth in order to get hot enough and get pushed out in an explosive manner. So this is very beautiful energy. Yes, Sagittarius energy. I love it, because when you let go of that arrow, there it goes. Aim high, my beauties. All right, I'm going to end it here. I hope that resonated with you. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like, share. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking, how this resonated with you. And I'll see you soon. Until next time. Mwah. Bless.